All right guys, Tyler down here at Emerald City Guitars with my pick of the day, which is this 2011 Roberts Minstrel Custom. Now, if you've never heard of Roberts guitars, I don't blame you at all, because before this came in, I hadn't either. But when I started to look into it, I was pretty amazed by what I found. So Daniel Roberts builds these things out of his own small home shop in Montana. Now, he grew up in a woodworking family. His first job right out of college was at Flatiron Mandolins. Now, if this rings a bell, it's because Flatiron was the company that Gibson actually bought and took over in order to launch their Bozeman, Montana flat-top acoustic plant. Now, when this happened, Gibson decided to keep on a lot of the original Flatiron employees, Daniel Roberts being one of them, and that's why a lot of the early Bozeman Gibsons are of tremendous quality, and they continue to this day to be really, really great guitars. Now, Daniel worked at this factory after the Gibson takeover for a couple of years, and actually worked his way up to being plant manager. So he was overseeing all of the manufacturing that was going on at that time. Now, this is a great job, but he decided that he wanted to focus a little bit more on small-time builds and higher quality rather than volume. So at that time, this is around 1991, he contacted Richard Hoover at Santa Cruz Guitar Company to go work for him. Now, this is in 1991, like I said. Santa Cruz was still an extremely small company, no more than 4 or 5 employees, but they had a worldwide reputation for making amazing flat-top guitars. They still do. So for the first 5 years that Daniel worked at Santa Cruz, he built all of their archtop guitars. Now, they're still relatively rare, but if you ever get a chance to play one, they're just amazing. They're an absolute joy to play. So he did that, and also did a lot of the warranty work and the repair work for Santa Cruz Guitars. Now, he worked at Santa Cruz for a total of 17 years. He did everything from building to administrative, pretty much everything that you could do in a small company before he decided to go out on his own in 2008 and start Daniel Roberts Stringworks, which is the name under which he built this guitar. So looking at this guitar right off the bat, the Santa Cruz influence is very apparent. From the neck carve to back here on the volute to even the fretwork, the fret ends are exactly like what you'll see on a modern high-end Santa Cruz. So obviously this is a pretty familiar looking body shape, although it's not really a copy of anything specific. It's sort of a hybrid between a pre-war LG2 and L00, but it's very much his own thing and a really cool, comfortable body shape. So looking inside the sound hole here, it is absolutely spotless inside. Now, a lot of luthiers, and I've been guilty of this myself, when it comes time to glue the top and back onto the frame of a guitar, we'll glue the back on first, and then once it dries, we'll clean up all the glue squeeze outs from the back, and then glue the top on. So when someone looks through the sound hole, it looks spotless, even though around the top, it can look a little bit messier. Now, I got a mirror in here, and that is not the case at all with this. The top joints, the braces, everything is just as clean on the top as it is on the back. But I mean, the joinery of the top and the back, the finish is perfect. It is all just amazing. So all the woods on this guitar, as you'd imagine, are absolutely top notch. You'll notice the beautiful Brazilian rosewood fretboard as well as the bridge, nice deep red. This top is spruce. Now, Daniel uses a lot of European spruce on a lot of his builds, a lot of Carpathian, a lot of Italian spruce and German spruce. But the grain on this top is a little bit tight. On the inside, it's a really, really bright white. So I think this is Sitka. Back and sides, fantastic pieces of Honduran mahogany with a matching neck as well. As you can see, it's an amazing burst on the top. It's all nitro, as you'd imagine. Cool fire stripe pickguard. It's like totally classic pre-war Gibson. But all around, it is an amazing guitar, amazing quality for a price, the fraction of what you'd pay for a new Santa Cruz. So we're gonna hand this over to our buddy Ian Crawford so he can give you a good idea of how it sounds. All right, guys, so there we have it. Absolutely wonderful 2011 Roberts Minstrel Custom down here at Emerald City Guitars. Come on down, check it out for yourself. We'll see you next time.